It started quite simply, which was to create a mechanism that would give an opportunity to new artists to have a place to work free of competition and the pressures of money. Putting it up where I had some land in Utah to see what would happen when they could be working in conjunction with nature, see what that might provide or provoke. Not many people knew much about Utah in the late 50s and early 60s. Utah was off the map then, so I came here in 1961, bought 2 acres of land for $500, built my own cabin on it. That's how it started. I think of all the entities that are here involving our nonprofit, the most important is the labs, because we take new people, we take experienced people, bring them together, and it's all about work and development. It's not about sitting in a classroom, it's not about sitting in a chair, it's not about lecturing, it's about doing through work.
There was a hunger for something that was more honest and personal, but American filmmakers were not encouraged to have that kind of a personal voice. And I think that in some ways, creating the Sundance Institute promoted American artists to start doing that.
Let me not delude you. This is a boot camp, man. I mean, from the moment you get off the plane, you're running. But I think, honestly, it really, truly prepares you for what it's like out there to be a director. And cut. Cut. Beautiful. That's good.
I was really struck by the tremendous gift that Sundance gives in all of these extremely experienced people really taking an interest in your play, reading it, listening to it be performed, and crafting such thoughtful and passionate responses.
I think that process at Sundance has allowed work to have life in production that, you know, it may not have had without the support that we're able to give a piece here.
You know, young directors learn how to write, edit, shoot, light, work with actors, but music is barely touched on. And if it is, I don't know of a single program where they get to work with living, breathing composers.
Being here is almost like just a reality check, like, hey, this really is a possibility for us. All we have to do is walk through that door.
Since the Documentary Fund was established, we have supported nearly 400 artists in almost 50 countries worldwide. The films that they address are talking about human rights and civil liberties and freedom of expression.
To go someplace where we're actually nurtured as filmmakers and as artists, and our baby and our creation grows off of that nourishment. It's an experience that I never have had in my career anyplace before, and it's so hard for artists, you know, to find that community.
One thing grew to the next. There was no place for the filmmakers to have their work seen, so I started the film festival.
I see others addressing other compelling issues, and Bob Redford's done an unbelievable service to our country in creating this phenomena that is Sundance. To have a Sundance in the world where you can come and find this incredible, unique collection of people who care, who understand what movies are all about, and who put the two together and really change the way people think in the world. It's incredibly important.
I thought, you know, you should go out to broader audiences. How are you going to transmit? How are you going to take this content that we're developing and increase the delivery of it? So it led to the idea of the channel.
If I were a female, I would want to protect my precious eggs. I would want to hide them in a hole, and I would want that hole to be in a place hard to reach, unless I want you to reach me.
Taking the mission that I described and bringing it to broader audiences was the whole point of starting a channel. The mission has evolved. We're bringing other elements into the picture. Politically, there is little to no interest in the environment, so it was an uphill battle. Well, for me, it's been 30 years to try to forge some path to say this is important.
Something that's very important to us at the Sundance Preserve is not only protecting the land for the environment, but also keeping it as a place that's very inspirational to groups that come here.
Sundance was an opportunity to, through entertainment, through documentaries and narratives, to put that right out there where the media has not.
Our cities are changing, and when Manhattan becomes Venice, Venice becomes Atlantis.
I've heard my dad say many times, art and nature combined makes the world a better place. And nothing represents the potential of that better than Sundance. Specifically the Redford Center and the programming that we're doing there. It's not just the information or the sharing of ideas, because if we really expect anything to change, it's going to take inspiration.
1, 2, 3.
What you have now with Sundance is you've got a grouping of various entities that all kind of lead to the same purpose, all trying to exhibit freedom of expression, speech, artistic expression. The role that Sundance plays is encouraging development for those voices, those independent voices. They can speak their version of truth